Today we are making garden veggie pizza squares. I've already started the oven to preheat at 375. So first we're going to start by rolling out the crescent rolls. And it's just a regular Pillsbury crescent brand. Any crescent roll will work. We chose to go with the original today. So you just pull it open, unwrap it like this until it pops, and then twist it so that you can get the dough completely out. And we're using a pizza pan. If you do not have a pizza pan, any other flat cookie sheet like this would work. So I'm rolling it out to fit the whole entire thing here. It's probably going to fall apart a little bit on you since it's crescent rolls and not actual dough, but no problem. So we just want to push it to the corners and flatten it together so that it's one big piece. This looks pretty good. So next, it needs to bake for 15 or at most 15 minutes. 11 to 13 is what the instructions here say. So we will just pop it on in. It should look like this. So we'll just go over and pop it in the oven. Okay, so the next step is mixing together the cheese and the ranch dip. So we have an 8-ounce Philadelphia soft cream cheese that we decided to get a third less fat, but it doesn't specify, so any cream cheese will work. And then a ranch dressing mix. So first we will place the cream cheese into the bowl here. Soften that up, get it kind of mixed around. Kind of open it a little bit, and we'll just spoon it out into the dish here. Break it up a little bit so that you have some cheese to work with here. And then we'll take some of this, and it says to taste, so we'll just kind of keep adding a little bit of this in and stirring it and mixing her up. You can add more or less. Half a package is what the original recipe says, but if you want a stronger taste, you could do a little bit more than that. If you want a lesser taste, then you do a little less. Okay, so we've gotten this all mixed up. So now we're just going to take it and spread it onto our crust. And our crust we just took out so it's cooling, or so it cooled. Perfect time to get it all set out onto here. Good. Okay, so we will put that to the side now. We have some veggies to get chopped, and you can chop this while the pizza is in the oven here. We've already pre-chopped some of our veggies, but we'll show you some of the veggies that we're using. We decided to go with the few that are listed on the ingredients list. So we have red peppers, green peppers, carrots, green onions, and broccoli here. So with the broccoli, you can just cut like each of the leaflets off like this, and then cut them down a bit and take some of these stems away and just get them to be smaller. I'm going to throw them in the bowl and use those. Green onions too, you just take a couple of them at a time and then chop down the line here as thick or thin as you want, and then add them to the bowl as well. We have most of ours chopped, so I'm not going to chop all of them. Carrots, you can just cut them down like this. Remember to pre-wash all of your veggies too to make sure they're clean, so that we're not using dirty vegetables. I'll just chop these in half a little bit. Nice and small, and we'll add those to the bowl as well. And then peppers are easier to chop up if you slice them like this. So having just like a few little slices and then cutting them down like so. Again, to the width that you would prefer, just fine. And just add some more chopping into there if you want them smaller. Add them to your mixture here. And again, the red pepper is just the same as the green. You just take some. So we're going to add to our pizza. So we'll set this to the side here. Grab our bowl and grab our pan. And then just take it and sprinkle the vegetables over the top. Spreading them out. Making a beautiful blend of veggies. I have a feeling this thing is going to be so good. You can add more, you can add less. You can also use whatever vegetables you want. So it does not have to be these ones that are on the sheet. We just decided to go with that. Alright, looks good. Next, and finally, to put in the oven, or the refrigerator. So, for an hour, it'll sit in the fridge. So now we have finished our pizza. It sat in the fridge for an hour, and this is what it'll look like when it's all done. So then all you have left to do is cut and serve. You can cut it into squares or triangles. I am particularly going to cut it into squares, and I think with the kind of pizza that this is, cutting into squares would be best. You have more to serve that way, and the veggies seem to stay in one spot better. And there you go. Take and serve.